Welcome back to Bash Bros and the 8th episode of what the hell is this series called? Oh yeah, Notorious Pro Wrestling. Last time you guys were here, we were pretty much ramping up to our Obsession pay-per-view, which is happening tonight. We had a couple of storylines going into this, such as Ace Dawson versus Kenny Williams versus Stevie Boy, and of course Kings of the North versus the Cyborg Wolves. On top of that, we also had the P12 tournament, well over past the halfway point, and kind of wrapping down this last couple of matches here. Most of this will maybe come to a head tonight. If not, I definitely see the P12 finals being at the next pay-per-view, which is called Cyborg. I forgot it was called that. Our next pay-per-view, Earbolics. Outside of that, there hasn't really been much news in terms of the wrestling world. I give Charlie Carter and Oisin Delaney new pictures to represent their kind of power and paint gimmick, which they're currently going with in real life at the minute. Also, oh yeah, this popped in my head. Kid Lycos actually has unretired in real life. A couple of episodes ago I wasn't sure, I thought it was an oversight in the database, but he is actually out of retirement. He's been wrestling at the Progress shows, which recently started up and are currently on the WWE network. That's actually really cool. I was devastated kind of when Kid Lycos, announced he was actually retiring. Like, he's 22, it's not an age a wrestler should be retiring at. So really, really happy to see that, and I'm glad I have him in my game. Let's move ahead to the actual show. Notorious Pro Wrestling Obsession is tonight. We'll be on YouTube because it's the only place that will have us. Yes. The last time I said we looked at the TNT Merseyside Massacre pay-per-view, I came in at about a 61. Really should have thought before I came here. I'd like to aim for high 50s for this pay-per-view. Between like mid 50s to high 50s, I would think is very achievable for us. So if we could kind of get to that, I would consider it a success. I'm sure if we scored lower, the game would consider it a success anyway. We'd probably still get popularity, but I would like to kind of aim for that kind of the high 50s, maybe 60 mark. So Steve Linsky, Doug Williams. So Steve Linsky was brought to wrestler's court, big difference, accused of being late for his pickup. Doug Williams found him guilty. That's nothing massive there. So, look at all these lovely new venues that we can possibly go to. We are expected to have, how many? 113 fans. Let's take a look. 100 in City West Hotel in Dublin, 180. Croke Park, maybe a bit much for us right now. I'm thinking, currently at the Black Box in Belfast, 240. That's a bit high for us. Like, we're only expecting 113. We just go back home to the ringside. The ringside? Where's the ringside? The Ringside Club, which I've been to like 100 times already. Voodoo in Belfast, 200. Do Voodoo. Going to Voodoo, which is a music venue / bar in Belfast. And yes, other than that then, I will book this and I will catch you on the other side where we will have our second pay-per-view, Obsession. Okay, and we are back. So, a couple of things happened while booking this. One, I nearly had a mini heart attack. So while I was booking stuff, I realised one of my referees was not available, Chris Sharp, the one who was recently in negotiations with NXT UK. Now, whereas I don't believe he has signed an exclusive deal with them yet. Yeah, he's still written, that's okay. It made me realise that, is there an NXT UK show on tonight? And there is. I freaked out because that meant Kenny Williams was not going to be available for his match, which is pre-booked. And if you don't put a pre-booked match into a card, you get penalised for it. Thankfully, though, he was available. Now, I don't know if that's because I pre-booked him before NXT had, but he was available. I was so... I nearly cried. I really, really did. I really thought that we were going to get marked down. This was said. This could be a really good scoring show, I think. And I really thought we were going to be marked down because of a schedule conflict, but thankfully, that doesn't appear to be the case. Other couple of things then, so we have a good couple of P12 matches in here, so James Drake and Rob Lynch, Davey Boy and Jody Flesh, whatever, Axel versus Grado, and so there's about 4 P12 matches in here, so we are wrapping through it at a really good pace, but the likes of Zach Gibson and James Drake still have a couple more matches left, so they're probably going to work through fatigue. I don't want to double book them because that will again ruin some of the scores for their matches, but they're going to have, last time Zach Gibson complained he was fatigued, but they might have to play through or par through it. So did a fatal 4-way then on the pre-show. So Carlos Romo, Dean Allmark, Ken Malmsteen and Sonico. These are just a chance to get some of these guys who haven't debuted yet onto the card and can kind of see where we're sitting with their gimmicks, whether they're going to be great or bad. Current run of form says they're going to be bad, but we'll just have to take it all in chin if it happens. But really, that's kind of it in terms of our booking. So let's start. Always save beforehand, just precaution to start the show. Okay, so in a good pre-show bout with good wrestling and decent reactions, Carlos beat Dean, Ken and Sonico. So let me see. So Carlos had a 53. Dude, that's really good. Oh, where have you been all my life? Okay, so that's fantastic. Dean had a 44, which is really solid. I did say whenever I signed Dean, he's just a really solid performer all around. So that's good to see. Ken Malmsteen is 37, which is okay, and Sonico 47, which is really good. And Carlos got great for his cocky youth gimmick. Dean Allmark, a fan favourite gimmick, got very good. Ken Malmsteen, the Prince of Stockholm gimmick, which I believe is what his actual gimmick is adequate, which is fine considering it's the worst one there, so I'll take it. And Sonico's Lucha Ghoul gimmick got great. That is the best gimmick performance or debuts we've had ever. That's really, I'll take that. For the worst one to be adequate, I will 100% take that. And whenever your boy Ken is the lowest performer and gets low, that's fine, I'll take it. So into the first one of the show. So this match and one other match, the other P12 match, I sacrificed as being the short matches, just because one, this was due to our product, I had to book one steal the show and book one storytelling. The steal the show, if it's over 15 minutes, it can fatigue people or can heavily fatigue people and they might not make it through the match. This match literally went 10 minutes because Rob Lynch's stamina is not good enough, and this was the steal the show match. So the opening match is a 41, that's grand, I'm happy with that. James Drake got a 46 and Rob Lynch got a 44. It was short, but it's one of the 2 matches I know is going to be hit with that, so I'll take that. Another P12 match, so Davey Boy versus Jody Flesh. Davey Boy had a 48 and Jody had a 46, and they had good chemistry. And it came to 48, it's really good. That is really, really solid. Davey Boy, I don't say carried Jody because it was very close between the two of them performance-wise, but that chemistry got them to the higher, like kind of epsilon, so like that. Grado, the special entrance, and I love to see it. I do. This is what his special entrance should have been last time. This is probably Grado's one, for his stamina being bad, this is Grado's one redemption quality, is the fact he is, if you give him the time with his entrance, for example, you can get a good angle out of him. So 57 is very solid. It could be the highest scoring segment of the show, so I'd love to see it. Match, so again, this is the other one I sacrificed, so we knew it was going to be not bad, but not as good. Again, Grado in ring is just not good. Like 35. Like I'm almost wondering, like, would it be better as like a, I don't know what you would call it, like not an authority figure? Because Conor McGregor's that, a manager? Could I speak to him about becoming a manager? Maybe. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Curtis Axel had a 49, Grado had a 35. The match was short, that's grand. 42 is grand, like it's still falling in the spectrum. After the match, Chris Hero comes out and says it's completely pointless. He's guaranteed to win his block in the P12 and demands that Conor McGregor comes out and raises his hand. Conor comes out, refuses to do so, and goes to punch Chris, but Chris is like, no, you can't punch me. You're not a wrestler. I'm a wrestler. You are a member of staff. And that leaves Connor fuming. Again, this is the build up the fact that Connor's first match is probably going to be against Chris Hero. Okay, so the triple threat match between Ace Austin, Kenny Williams, and Stevie Boy. Thank God Kenny was available for this. So Ace won it. Defeated Kenny Williams and Stevie. Ace was always going to win the blow-off feud. Ace is going to be... He's a future star. There's no two ways about it. So he got the win. So Ace got a 49, Kenny Williams got a 39, and Stevie Boy got a 39. Like, the fact that that's how highly Ace scored compared to the other two shows just how much of a star he will be. Kind of thought it might be a bit better. Kenny Williams and Stevie Boy didn't really pull their weight as much as I had hoped, but 45 is okay. Oh, okay, so if you remember correctly, Bonesaw has chronic shoulder pain and is kind of going to have that niggling injury for 2 months. So I give the win to the Cyborg Wolves. So in a good match, the Cyborg Wolves defeated Kings of the North in a cage match in roughly 20 minutes. My reason for this was I'm going to kind of give Kings of the North time off while Bonesaw's injury heals up. I don't like using people, even if it's just a small injury, because it does take a toll on their match performance. Like, you can even look there at Bonesaw's performance is 36. And him and Damien would usually have a similar score, so that's how much of a toll that injury's taken on his performance. The plan is, going forward, Cyborg was going to go on to feud with the Filthy Generation. They will have a couple of matches while they heal up. Kings of the North will then come back, cost Cyborg Wolves a match against the Filthy Generation, maybe the blow-off match, and then these two teams will have another rematch, which Kings of the North will then go on to win, kind of giving them their momentum back. That is the plan. Whether this happens or not, I don't know, but that's the plan going forward. See, because I get this. Like, you future plan, you got long-term booking. I know long-term booking. I am the king of long-term booking. Overall, the match came in at 47, which is solid. I'm actually quite happy with that, considering Bonesaw's injury. I also made them kind of the Cyborg Wolves win by escaping, kind of to protect Kings of the North a bit. So Damien had a 46, which is great. Bonesaw was obviously hindered by his performance with the 36. Kid Lego's got a 42, which is a lot better than he has been performing, so I'm happy with that. And Kid Lego's got a 51. I'm trying to swear less, by the way, just in case that wasn't obvious. Where did they pull that from? 51? Whatever. Take it, be happy, hands. Woo! Yeah, so I'm happy enough with that. So Zach Gibson with a promo. I would have thought he was going to do better than that. That's not very good. So Zach Gibson will soon, if you've seen his stick, you know that's what it is, but he will soon be going to the P12 finals. Rate of 39, thought he would have been better than that. Zach Gibson's promos tend to be very good, to the point where everything else is okay, that's disappointing. Please don't let the main event be disappointing. Oh, Zach, don't do this to me. Dude, just you and Easton are on the top 5 stars of the company. Your promo was shite there. Come on, man, just please. 52. I mean, they kind of perform within the parameters, so in a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Zach Gibson defeated Easton Reese with a frog splash. Zach Gibson, well known for his frog splash. This was part of Block A tournament. Easton got a 48 and Zach got a 54. That's awesome from Zach. Easton, maybe would have expected a bit more from him, but and I fell within the parameters of a 52, so that's okay. And that is the show. 53 rating. A wee bit on the lower side than I would have liked. I think I wanted high 50s, but we would have took mid 50s. So 53, I'm happy enough with. And we got an increase of popularity across all the regions that we kind of show in. So I'm happy enough. Make a speech. Okay, so Kid Like Ghost. Bro. We don't know where you pulled that from. Great performance. Zach Gibson. Also, very good performance. Who else do we have? Let's double check. Grado needs to be told he can do better. Told that they can do better. Because like that 35 was shite. Grado, like really get your head out of your ass. But yeah, because last time we said he needed some curving. This time he'd be told he'd be better, and next time he's getting fucking insulted or else verbally eviscerated. Drag my goddamn pay-per-view down to 53. Who'd think? Scottish scum. Oh wow. I got real there. I've figured out some stuff about myself. Kid Lycos seemed pleased. Gibson seemed pleased. Grado didn't seem too concerned. For now. I always love that. It's so ominous. At least for now. So let's take a wee look at the news then. So NXT UK. Let's see what their match. I want to double check. Was this a pay-per-view or was this just a show? No, they had a takeover. Have they moved their tapings to? They've moved their tapings to Saturday. Really? Why would you do that? Why are you being dicks? So that's going to be annoying. So that's all the way to kind of look out for. We could possibly, if we don't book people early enough, we could lose people to NXT UK in terms of our pay-per-views. And it was fine whenever they were taping it, because but now they're doing it live by the looks of it, and that's not good. That's really not good. Okay then. That's something to look out for. News for us. Oh, yes! Merchandise is complete. No more having your mum sell your t-shirt at the shows. We actually probably might have staff for a change. Other than that, we're pretty much done for the day. Thank you very much for joining me. Next time we will be back for the Thursday taping of Wanted, where we will start a couple of new storylines. So the current ones are pretty much all done and dusted, so we'll start a couple of new storylines, be one step closer to finishing the P12 tournament, and we'll probably start to debut the likes of Rich Swann and Penta Zero. Other than that, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time on Bash Bros.